Hey, what's up, you guys? So I haven't done a medicine update in like 3, 4 weeks. It's now August, which is weird because it feels like I just did one. But as y'all know, I am still taking lithium. So they actually gave me these new capsule-looking pills, which I typically have had like the tablets. But these are like little capsules. So normally I can hear little beats like in them, but I don't hear anything in this. So that's interesting. Kind of like freaked out at first when I saw that. But they are 300 milligrams each. So 300 milligrams in each capsule. I take 3 of those at night. So that's 900 milligrams of lithium that I am on, and it's still working pretty well. Not really experiencing a lot of side effects. Again, I've been taking this since the end of April, so I've been on it for quite some time, I would say, at least. I feel pretty stable. I typically, haven't really had any manic or depressive phases. My anxiety is still present and has not gone away. It's, gone up and down based on life choices I've done. And I say life choices, I mean like whether or not I'm working, whether or not I'm going out with friends, just depending on what I'm doing. Not life choices to mean anything bad necessarily. But yeah, so it hasn't really helped with anxiety, but it's helped with my mood, and that's what it's supposed to do, right? Again, I was super skeptical of taking this because I've heard all of the terrible things that it does to your body or can do to your body, but it's worked really well for me. Abilify and Tegretol, which I both tried in the past, did not work well for me. It didn't stabilize my mood at all. And it also gave me like side effects and made me break out and had to use the bathroom a lot. So no side effects with lithium so far. I mean, I was vomiting and was nauseous when I first started taking it, and that sucked. Like every single time I take it at night, it would happen. So that sucked. But other than that, this seems to have been pretty good. If I miss it, if I miss taking lithium for like a weekend, which happens more than it probably should because my regimen isn't there, I will notice a dip in my mood. And it's funny because I'll actually notice the dip in my mood before I remember that I didn't take it. And I typically set it on my phone, so those reminders that you can use on your phone, I set like, hey, take your medication at 11 p.m. And that pops up. So like, I kind of know during the week and hopefully soon on the weekend when I should take it. And then I have one for the morning because I'm taking, where is it? This little guy, Buspirone, I believe it's pronounced. It is 7.5 milligram tablets, and it's for anxiety. So I just started this. They just gave this to me last week. It's these little white oval pills, and my anxiety is really bad, and nothing is really working. So I've just been kind of living through it, which isn't fun if you have anxiety and you know what that means. So I take this once in the morning, and then I take it once in the afternoon. I still have anxiety now. I just started this last week. It says, or the doctor said that it takes, about 3 weeks for it to kick in. So I'll have an update for y'all about that in 3 weeks. I'm skeptical because I've tried lots of anxiety, or not, I was gonna say antipsychotic. I've tried lots of anxiety medications or antidepressants that are supposed to also help with anxiety, and none of them have worked at all. In fact, they've made things worse. So this is about my 6th day on this, so we'll see how this one works. I'm excited to see, because if this works with the lithium, then sounds like we're all good. Update on the gabapentin, which is 600 milligrams. I have a lot of this stuff because it doesn't work. Doesn't work at all for me. So gabapentin is typically used for inflammation or just pain in general. But there's been some studies that say, it can work with anxiety. And as I said, I've taken so many anxiety medications and none of them have worked for me. So my old doctor, prescribed gabapentin for me. It says take 1 tablet by mouth every 8 hours or as needed. It doesn't work. I'm also really bad at taking it, so maybe that's why I haven't given it time to work, because the pills are literally like these giant oval white pills, and it's just hard to swallow, and it gives me anxiety taking these, just talking about it, because I'm about to say it and it sounds so small, but literally in the morning or at night, whenever I'm taking my medications, when the pills are this big, it's a lot, or at least in my mind, it feels like it's a lot to have to figure out how to swallow it, and that sounds really simple, but when I'm taking 3 or 4 or 5 other pills and I have to take this one, I'm just like, you know what, this thing barely works anyway. I'm not about to almost choke on this and die. So maybe that's something I should talk to my therapist about, because I hate taking medication, and all my other pills are tiny and I love it because they're just, it's super easy. The lithium is a little bit difficult because it's 3 of them. But yeah, so out with the gabapentin, switching that for the BUSPIRONE. Yeah, so we'll see how that works. My dad takes gabapentin, so maybe I'll give this to him. Let's see what else we got here. Oh, the alazopram, which is also known as Xanax. Still on this. There's a lot of these in here because I don't really use it a lot. Again, I'm against medication for certain things, so like I try not to take as much as I can. But honestly, I need the Xanax for if I have a panic attack or an anxiety attack. Because those suck, and the only way that I know how to deal with it is take 2 of these bad boys. They actually went down, so this is 1 milligram. I used to be on 2 milligram, which is the full bar, but I never really used the full bar unless I was having a panic attack, and then I would take it and just go to sleep for like a day. So this one should be less strong. She says that I can double up on them, so 2 if I'm having a panic attack. Haven't had a panic attack or anxiety attack I've had anxiety attacks last month. It's August now, so in July I was having them, but I haven't had a panic attack where like I full on stop, I think I'm about to die, like my heart is about to explode. I haven't felt that really since April, May-ish, which is great because that sucks. So, you know, this is still doing really well. I'm looking for more natural alternatives to this. I'd rather not take a medication for anxiety. I'd rather, you know, I have my oil diffuser. I'd rather smell the lavender and take some other stuff besides, like, you know, I'm already drugging myself up with lithium. I don't want to take anything else. But, you know, you gotta do what you gotta do. Speaking of natural stuff, I am still on Colmade. So I get this on Amazon. It's actually over the counter or over the package. I don't know what you would call it because you're ordering medication from Amazon, so it's not really over the counter, but y'all get it. So it says helps reduce tension and stress. It's essentially just a lavender soft gel tablet. So it's a dietary supplement. And it's called Selexin. It's 80 milligrams. It's a essential oil, lavender, used once daily. So I'm really bad at taking this as well. Maybe I'm just really bad at taking anxiety medication because it's hard to, I'm making excuses, but I'm trying to get better at it. So there's still a lot of these in here. So I might need to cancel that resubscription on Amazon, but it's really great. Yeah, you can order a resubscription on Amazon, so it comes basically just when you need it. You know, it's helped a little bit. I think it helps ease the anxiety overall, but I would say that I have a moderate to like beginning severe anxiety, and this does not help. The Xanax, yes, stops it in its tracks. This doesn't help as much. It does make me feel a little bit, you know, better at night if I take it. Like, you know, over time, over a few days, I'll notice, like, you know, I feel a little bit more soothing. But, you know, it's not Xanax, essentially, and sometimes I need that, which is, like, really shitty. Next, we have just, you know, your standard Adderall. So I'm still taking Adderall because I do have ADHD. I know many people, I'm not sure if I've even said this or I talk a lot about it, I know many people are skeptical of taking Adderall, especially if you're bipolar 1, or if you're bipolar at all, because Adderall is a stimulant, and a very powerful stimulant. And yes, I will say that when I was not on the lithium and I was taking Adderall, not only was I abusing it and taking it more, it made me manic, like 100%, the way I was taking it, you know, this is 20 milligram tablets, taking it some days up to 60, 80, like just like really just going at it. And I loved that feeling. I'm back down to 20 and I don't overdo it anymore. I think that's partially because I'm not in school, so I don't necessarily need those extra milligrams to push me through the day and push me through my work or just wanting to be manic. I'm really managing that well. So I've noticed that, you know, the Adderall with the lithium, it doesn't really affect my mood besides the fact that it helps me focus, which is what it's supposed to do, because at work I literally can just sit there and hear people talk and not process the information, which sucks because you have to ask somebody what did they say, or you know, you're in a presentation, you have to concentrate on concentrating so that you're not concentrating, if that makes sense. So this helps me do all of that, and I try to stay to the recommended dosage, but also monitoring it very closely because I don't want to go into mania. So while I'm taking this, taking the lithium is extremely, extremely important. Again, this is just for me. For someone else, if you take an Adderall, then you're bipolar. Even if you are taking other medications, you might still become manic. It might send you into a manic episode. So this is just for me. I'm not saying for everybody. So that's me for this. And then I have a few of these supplemental, you know, dietary supplements here. So this is Vitamin D. I just spray in my mouth, and it gives me, because I have a vitamin D deficiency, that also has an array of health benefits. You know, helps your skin, helps your mood, helps everything, because I'm lacking that. So need this. I also take silver, which was actually banned by the FDA, interestingly enough, but it's supposed to help immune support health. So I'm going to do a little bit more research on this, because the FDA isn't doesn't know everything, obviously, because it's the FDA, and I'm lightly conspiracy theory there. So like, if it could work wonders, and they're telling us it doesn't. But yeah, so I take this for immune support, and I also take Virucord or this. All of these you can also get on Amazon. But this is really supposed to help, again, immune support, immune function, also helps eliminate fatigue type viruses, and it's good for exhaustion and fatigue. So these, I'm really wanting to move towards a homeopathic regimen. So I'm trying these different things and combined with my actual prescribed medications, but I realized that these just aren't enough. So really making sure that I'm eating better and keeping up as well with my supplements, making sure I have all my vitamins I need. I did have a vitamin D deficiency, the doctor said, so vitamin D pills, because that is just as important as taking my lithium. Because if I'm taking my lithium and everything else is deficient, then what's the point? All right, let me know if y'all have any questions. I'll try to answer them to the best of my ability. Again, I am not a doctor, so take what I say with a grain of salt, and make sure that you're doing your own research on your own care and your own recovery. But I felt it was important to just sort of update y'all. I'm excited for the buspirone, or the new anxiety, the buspirone, the new anxiety medication. I'm really excited for that because anxiety sucks. And I'm gonna keep on trucking along with the lithium and see how that continues to go. I had to get blood tests in a few weeks for that to make sure, it's not fucking up my blood, which is kind of weird to say I'm taking something that could possibly just majorly fuck me up. But I'm fucked up without it. So until next time, love y'all. Thanks for watching. Remember, like, share, and subscribe, and y'all have a good week.